Coucou piece. So time for another foundation review Monday, and cat's out of the bag. This may be my favorite Holy Grail foundation now. Just saying. We are talking about the Chantecaille Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 15. I picked this up in my Vegas haul, probably part 3 or part 4. If the Chantecaille haul has gone up, I will link it down below. If not, it will probably be up next week. But yeah, I tried to space out those hauls just because it took me a while to edit them and all that kind of good stuff. Anyways, that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about foundation. I've had this on at this point for 18 hours and this is what it looks like. You can see sort of the little indents from my glasses, but I wanted to show it to you as it is so you can see a true representation of what it looks like at the end of the day. So I just pulled up the Chantecaille website and it's saying here that it's $67 for 1.7 grams of product. I couldn't remember how much I paid for it and I was expecting that the price would be a lot higher. 67 isn't cheap, but you're getting 1.7 ounces of product versus a traditional 1 ounce of product. I was just expecting it to be a lot more. So it's not cheap, but it's also not unheard of for what it does and how great of a product it is. I'm trying to read the things that it promises here on the website. So it says this incredibly versatile 3-in-1 represents a new approach to foundation, powered by Japanese technology. It's which is really neat. It says here that it's designed for both men and women, and I haven't seen many websites do that, even though anyone wears foundation. It's really, I don't know. I like the fact that the Chantecaille website is listing it that way. It provides an excellent coverage, smooths fine lines, and offers sun protection. So it's a lightweight, so the bullet points of what it's supposed to do: a lightweight tinted moisturizer perfects and protects skin with SPF 15. It probably does have the SPF. I'm going to trust them on that. But I don't know. Tinted moisturizer to me suggests like a sheer coverage, and this is a solid medium coverage. So to me it's a little more than tinted moisturizer. But it says it's an ideal moisturizer, sunscreen, and foundation. Again, I would say that my skin is pretty moisturized and it works as a foundation. So I'm going to give it those 2 claims. It says that it uses a revolutionary complex of botanicals that fights free radicals, which again, those are anti-aging benefits. I can't speak to those based on a couple days of use. And then the last bullet point says it smooths, velvety, extraordinary lightweight texture. It's definitely a beautiful, soft, lightweight texture. So I'm going to start out by inserting a clip of me putting it on this morning. It's between, I would say, like a cream and a liquid. It's not super liquidy, but it's also not like a really hard sort of cream type consistency. It's somewhere in the middle. It blended really quickly. It didn't have much of a smell to it as I was applying it, and it just blended out like a dream. I will say that on the spot sort of on my cheeks where I've got some more blemishes, I did end up going in with a little bit of concealer on top of it, and I have to say the concealer layered beautifully. It really gave a really nice and soft finish. I actually would say that the longer I wore it, the more I loved it, because it kept its really soft, beautiful look all day long. My mom saw me for dinner and she was like, "It looks like you're having a really good skincare today. Like, I'm glad your skin cleared up." And I was like, if only you knew. Not that I'm having a bad skincare day today, but it was one of those things where it's like, someone who knows you well won't necessarily be able to point and be like, "Oh, you have a great foundation on." They'll point and be like, "Oh, you have a great skincare day." And that's what it is. Like, it is just skin, but like just really beautiful skin, if that makes sense. Let me bring you in closer and show you what it looks like. I cannot speak today. Up close. Okay, so obviously, ignore the lipstick. We're testing out a long wearing formula, so we're gonna see how that works. But obviously it's worn off where my nose was. But if you can see, like, there's not very much shininess. There's a little bit of it wearing off down here. Nothing major though. And then here, like, you can barely see my blemishes popping out. There is a little bit of blush. There's not a huge amount of blush left after this amount of time. But the fact that coverage is still there and it's all just giving a really pretty diffused look to the face, I now understand why people rave and rave about this product. It's really beautiful. So I know this wasn't a very long review, but I don't think I have anything left to say other than I absolutely adore this guy. My shade I didn't mention. My shade is vanilla, which is probably the only, there we go, let's find a negative to say, is that vanilla makes me feel like something really, like, I like vanilla ice cream, but vanilla just sounds really boring. And there's nothing boring about my face or this foundation. So yeah, That's the only, like, if I really had to dig deep and find something I don't like about it, that would be it. It doesn't oxidize. That was something I wanted to tell you. And it it holds up in the heat really well. So today we had a really nice hot day and I went outside all day and didn't sweat off. I wore it when I got my makeup done in Vegas when we were walking up and down the strip, and it didn't melt off, so it does really well with the heat as well. And like I said, it doesn't oxidize. That is it. I am very excited about this guy, and as always in any video that I'm excited, I will miss some information. So if you have any questions, please leave those down for me below, or if you've played with this guy and what you think about it, also leave that for us down below. I'm going to do points of positivity and then I shall be done. So my first point of positivity is a really great texting session with my sweet Noelle. I actually just finished texting her right before I sat down to film. And so it was just one of those days where talking to a good friend can help you sort of cheer up and pep up. I will leave Noelle's Instagram down below in that description box for sure. My second point of positivity is also related to Miss Noelle. I found out today that she's a travel blog, and that lady has traveled and gone to some really cool places. So I feel like she's holding out on me, and if you're watching, how dare you hold out on me for so long and not tell me that you had a travel blog, because it's phenomenal. I'm not actually mad, I just, you get it. So I will leave the link for her blog down below as well. Definitely head over and check it out. There's some really great pictures of all the adventures that she has had. And then my third point of positivity is I may or may not have picked up the second Simpsons MAC palette, maybe, perhaps, maybe. Yes, I did. And it has been bringing me a lot of joy. I was on the fence about it, but then I had a little bit of money left on a gift card, so it only ended up being half as expensive as if I were to buy it out of pocket. So I thought, hey, it's a shame to have this gift card go to waste, and so I took the plunge. But yeah, that's what's been making me smile today. As always, let me know what's been making you guys smile. I want to send you a great big hug. Thank you so much for being here, and as always, I can never leave you without reminding you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye guys!